Hi, Kalle Beck here. Today I want to talk about diet. I get asked that question way more than any other. Some of you may know I dropped from about 210 at the start of this year to compete in the 175-pound class in strongman, and my lifts all went up over the year as well. Hit about 35-pound PR on the deadlift, increased squats from 405 for 405 for 10, and just got stronger in general. So I get the question, what is my diet? And to answer that, I follow basic paleo approach. I don't follow it exactly. I eat more fruit and carbs in general than is recommended. I think it's more along the lines of paleo for athletes, but the biggest change was just cutting out most all dairy and grains. They just seemed like my body responded well to doing that. Just eating better in general. Almost, no processed food, all of that. And how I was able to gain strength over the year is I looked at it as a long-term approach. I looked at it as a 12-month approach, not a get shredded in 6 weeks like you're going to see on the bottle of whatever random fat burner you think is going to be an answer to your problems. I knew at first it was going to suck and my lifts would probably suffer, but I knew once I got down to the lower body weight I'd be able to build back up, and I'd get stronger as I got used to my new body mechanics. So at first it was very low carb, just to get all the initial weight off about the first 3 months or so, and carbs around training and in the morning. And I lowered my volume that I was doing a lot just to be used to the calorie deficit, not to beat myself up too bad, and to maintain my strength as good as possible. Once I got down to the weight and was more comfortable, I would start to eat more and add in more volume as I was used to training in a deficit, and that just slowly increased over the year. And pretty much I think since March I've hovered right around 180 to 185 to 190. Right now I'm about 180. And during that time I'd find that I'd go up to 190, back down, and just have like short little cuts where my body recomposition, whatever, my body just looked better. I got leaner and stayed about the same weight because it was being more efficient, and it was actually, I'm giving it the right fuel to do what it needs, and it doesn't need fat and it needs muscle to get stronger. So look at it as a 6-month, 12-month, goal. Don't freak out if you have a shitty day lifting after 2 weeks on a low carb diet. Yeah, that's going to happen. Sometimes I would do is, if I really started to feel ran down, is that's when I'd cheat, and I'd even have a cheat weekend. I'd eat whatever the hell I want all weekend, and I'd come back feeling worse in a way, because I'd be bloated and I wasn't used to it, but all my lifts would go up for a while, and I'd also, on looking at it as a long-term goal, is I wouldn't look at that if my scale weight went up 5 pounds, because I know it would come back down. So you just have to be patient and just keep at it and eat good foods and train hard, and that's pretty much how you get strong and get lean.